Hey everybody, welcome to the video. Welcome to the channel. Today we're working on the GMC 1500. It's a Sierra 1500. A few videos ago, I asked for some help in diagnosing a problem, and there were three main suggestions, and I was convinced it was one of those suggestions. But now, after looking at it a little bit, I think the majority of you might have been right, but you're gonna have to stay tuned to find out. So I worked on it the other day, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. But I worked on this the other day, and I'll show that clip first. I took the valve covers off and I ran it without the valve covers so we could see the rockers and see if the lifters are doing what they were supposed to do. We'll start off with that. Then we're gonna head over to Dirt Perfects, and I've got, oh no, that's gonna be his for sure. We're gonna head over to Dirt Perfects. I've got some new Captain Kleeman t-shirts. We'll drop those off to Mike and you guys can kind of see the new design. I want some feedback on what you guys think about the design. They're not for sale yet. We're still in the testing phase, but you guys can look at that later. We have a little bit of stone to spread, and then we're gonna come back. Let me pick up, this is definitely gonna be Mike's. We're gonna come back and put the valve covers back on and see if we can actually figure out exactly what's going on with this. As far as this, coldest water bottle. So they sent me an email and said, would you like to try this? And I said, sure, absolutely, why not? Now, full disclosure, I don't know, maybe once, maybe twice a month, I get partnership offers from companies, and they'll send an email, we'll email back and forth for a little bit, we'll get everything kind of lined up and straightened out, and I'll say, now, just so you know, although I would never intentionally do anything to damage your product, it's kind of a joke on the channel that nothing's really Kleeman proof. I am kind of hard on things. So if there's a flaw, if there's a weakness, it's gonna show up on a video. And typically that's where the emails stop. I said that to this company and they said, we're trying to sell a quality product. If there's a problem with it, we wanna know. You break it, you send it back. I don't know. I don't know a lot about it yet, but I do know they stepped up to the Kleeman proof challenge, so that says something. Now, let's see if we can get this thing figured out. Three main suggestions. Two of them I talked to Dirt Perfect about. He actually heard the sound before I started taking it apart. The third one, we don't think it is. Probably the number one suggestion was catalytic converter. And based on the description I gave, I understand why a lot of people made that comment. I said loss of power and rattling noise. And I basically, well, I had a can of bolts and I shook the can of bolts and said it sounded like that. I'm pretty confident it's not the catalytic converter though, just because of where the noise is coming from. It's right here. It is coming from right here. It's definitely not under there, and it was instant. I mean, instant. The other two suggestions that it could possibly be, one, the torque converter, but I don't think, it doesn't have a wind that goes with it, so I don't think that's it, but it could possibly be it. The number one suggestion I think it probably is a bad lifter. So we're gonna take a look at the lifters and see if any of them aren't working properly. Before we get going, okay. Make sure there's nothing in the way on this side. Should be able to just do one side with one bank going. It should run the engine. It is really raining now. Where did I put the key? In my pocket. Excuse the power steering pump. It's just low on power steering fluid. Every time I put power steering fluid in the Subaru, I pretty much total it out, so. So basically every time I bring Mike's truck and trailer up here, I always pull past and then back in this way, and what? I know. She misses you guys. She wants to say hi. I pull past and back in this way, and I always end up cutting this up. This is a big muddy mess underneath there. So we put some stone there to widen that corner out, and then I had him back spread down this, and we're gonna widen this out just a little bit, and there's just a little bit left over at the barn. I'm just trying to make this a little wider, a little nicer. Every time I get trucks in and out of here, I'm always getting mud on it, and we share this laneway between us and the neighbors, of course. I'm just trying to do the right thing and keep it built up, keep it nice. Get the tractor real quick, see what we can get done. It's been cold recently. Let's see how she does this morning. 10-minute task that's gonna take 2 hours. Those are my favorites. Yeah. The secret truck's behind us. So these are the new t-shirts. This is a Who Quit It. This is a Who Wore It Better.
Which arm's better? Huh? Oh, I was just looking.
We're just looking for some feedback. All right, give me a spin. It's the only time. It's the only time Jim Perfect's ever listened to me. That's good.
There you go. Yeah. Fill that sleeve out.
Huh? So here's what we got.
That's what I got you for. Your models probably shouldn't talk this much.
Here's what we got going on. It's basically the logo. That's all it is. It's the logo on the back. There's some gradients in the brown. They did a really nice job. And then over here, it says it on the front. So now, we kind of need your feedback on what you guys think about these shirts. Yes, sir.
A little off subject here, but I'm a little bit jealous because I do think you got one of the best logos on YouTube.
Yeah, well,
it's looking good. Now I'm ready to see that finished product up there.
Yeah, well,
when are we gonna get going on that?
I don't know. Somebody has come up and helped me quite a bit on that. Somebody's been running a business, yeah.
Somebody has been providing equipment.
So it's kind of hard to film that at Mike's shop because he has the awesome Paystar project going on in the background. And I couldn't really turn around and get a lot of shots. I'm trying not to put any spoilers out there. But those are the t-shirts. So I'm looking for your feedback in the comments. While I was there, I also picked up this fancy doodad. You guys that work on cars know what this is, but in case you don't, it's basically just a stethoscope with this rod, and you can put it on things and try to find where sounds are coming from. Hopefully none from there. Anyway, I'm gonna get the valve covers and everything put back on, and then we'll fire it up and crawl underneath and see if it is in fact the catalytic converter. I think if I put that on there, I should be able to hear it. We'll find out. Where are you? There you are. Oh. How did I get this out of there? a lot of you are asking if I got a new gasket for the valves, or for the valve cover. And I mean, I wiped the old one off with a paper towel, so that should be fine, right? That should be fine. If we find the problem and we decide the truck's worth fixing, we'll take those back off. We'll get some new valve gaskets, valve cover gaskets, and get it all cleaned up. But right now we're not there. There's no point in putting new gaskets on if we don't even know if the truck's worth saving yet. Right? Right. All right. Take two. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good. All right, so we put the stethoscope on. Where is it? I had it. Time out. So I put the stethoscope on each catalytic converter. There's one on each side of the truck coming out, and it's the same sound on each side. You can hear a little rattling, but it's not, with this directly on there, if something was knocking around in there, every time it hit the metal, it would pick it up really well. It'd be very well defined, the sound would be. I then put this on the bell housing of the transmission, and that sounded like a Las Vegas slot machine. So I think, after talking to Mike a little bit and talking to Wes, I think it's probably going to be a flex plate. That's kind of a bummer. I had already made it up in my mind that if it's anything internal, we're probably just going to be done with the truck. I don't think the truck's really worth it. Like I said, 285,000 miles. Paid $1,000 to Mike for this, and actually I just traded time for it, which worked out pretty well. But I do want to check one last thing. Oh gosh. Gravel. He said it should be pretty easy to get to that bell housing and take that bell housing cover off real quick, and then we can get a good look in there. Oh, hey doggo. No, you can't. Come here. Come here. There you go, girl. All right, so I came down here. I decided, I talked to Mike. He said, take the cover off and see if you can look at the flex plate. Can you guys see right there? I don't know what it is, but there is a chunk of metal that's been all chewed up, just hanging out right by the starter. I'm gonna see if I can get this one bolt out of the cover, that bolt right there, and see if whatever that is falls out. That may be, well, it may be a piece of the flex plate, maybe a bolt from the flex plate, but I think we're getting closer. Well, my board here is officially turned into a river, which is nice. Oh, well, that's super. Oh, well, that's just, we'll just take it out with our fingers. We don't even need a, that's fine. That's fine. Man, there's a lot of, I think, will this cover just draw? It should. I think it's split into, like, I think the cover's in pieces. I don't think I have to take the starter off. Is what I'm getting at here. That cover there. There we go. I wish, hold on. Let me get, there's your problem. Question, the real question here, we need a printer. I agree. Chelsea always seems to text me at the worst times. We need a printer. I agree, we need a printer. I'm not gonna disagree with that. See where you guys are at. There. You see that bolt right there? I am 99% positive that bolt is not supposed to be there. Pretty positive. Now what do we do about her? This technique always works. Where's the light on this? Oh, it's on this end. Things get all turned around on there. Okay. What? Oh, now she's flashing SOS. Nope. It's okay. It's cold. It's cold, bud. It's really cold. Come on. I wonder if that'll pull it out of there for us. I haven't seen any big cracks or anything yet, though. Don't do that again. Oh, yeah. Who needs knuckles? Knuckles are overrated. So the bolts moved. I decided to try to use the starter to get it out of the position it was in. Just, I don't know if it's going to help or not. Probably not. Yeah, that's okay. I think now, let me get that around here. Get that one out of the way, then I think I can get up there. Step one is just get this dang bolt out. Oh, got it. All right, that did work. Now, where are you from? You know what would be fun? Let's start it and see if just taking this out makes the noise go away, and then we'll figure out where it's from. Let's take a look at her. Here we go. This is what we're looking at. It does not look like the other flex plate bolts, so I'm not 100% sure. You can see where it's been riding around in there. Now, the loss of power, maybe it's just wedged and acting like a chalk. I don't know. Well, let's start it and see what it does. So the noise is gone. It's not making the noise anymore. I don't know about the loss of power. Like I said, I don't know if it just got wedged in there and that pressure against that, you know, maybe it's holding the flex plate kind of weird. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if this is this fix yet. I'm still only running on one bank. We call that economy mode, I guess. Let me put this other bank back together, get this kind of buttoned back up, get that cover back on. I guess let's take it for a test drive and see how she drives. Then the real question is, where did that bolt come from? And how important is it? You know, I don't know. We're gonna find out though. Let's take another look at it. I don't know. All the other flex plate bolts in there are like an Allen head. They don't look anything like this. So I don't think it came from there. But I don't know where it would have came from and gotten down into there. A starter bolt maybe? What we got up top here? Maybe a starter bolt? I don't know. I don't know. Let's get it back together and take it for a drive and see what it does. So the real question here is, will it move? I don't know. It seems to. It certainly seems to. Of course, we're going downhill, so that might just be a gravity thing. Let's see what uphill does. So you're trying to tell me that one bolt that we still don't know where it came from somehow got in there, spun around, put enough pressure on the flex plate that it wasn't able to engage the transmission all the way, and that's what felt like the loss of power? I didn't see that one coming. I'm still not convinced. But, I mean, it didn't do this at all before. We didn't really have movement at all. I don't know. I'm as perplexed as you guys. I don't really understand what happened or how we got there. I will say this. Can you imagine if I would have never taken off that one inspection cover to look? I'd have never saw this, and I probably would have. Well, let me be honest. I seem a little disappointed that we fixed it because I kind of am. Mike and I had plans to just smash it with a track hoe because we thought it was a lifter issue. We were sold on a lifter issue, which means there probably would have been a cam issue, which means this truck would not have been worth all of that work, new cams and lifters and all that stuff. And we're like, well, let's see if that's what it is, and if it is, let's just smash it. We'll make a good video out of it. But it wasn't. It was a random bolt, so I still don't know what it is. If you guys know where this bolt belongs to, I mean, it looks pretty specifically made for a specific task. It has a specific home, that's for sure. It was just this. So if you guys know what this is for, leave it in the comments. To finish this whole video out, the other day we had a beautiful January day, which is kind of rare around here. It was like 50 degrees and sunny. And the girls and Chelsea and I went out and did some geocaching in the forest back here behind the house, the Hoosier National Forest. If you don't know what geocaching is, just give it a quick Google. It's a lot of fun, and we always have a really good time doing it. And it's pretty cool. We're pretty lucky that we border the Hoosier National Forest, and that gives us a pretty good opportunity that all we have to do is just walk out and go some days, which is nice. Now, the whole reason I'm adding this in here, Mike and I always talk about our favorite reasons or our favorite things about YouTube, and the two of them we list are the people we get to meet, which is very true, and the opportunities it gives us, which is also very true. But the third one, which is should be number one, the most important, the reason I started a channel is to be able to look back and see kind of where we came from. And Chelsea and I were talking the other day. We've been taking YouTube seriously for about a year now as far as regular uploads, and looking back a year ago and seeing how much the girls have grown up in just 1 year's time, it's crazy. So you may see family more, oops, I dropped that bolt. You may see more family stuff like this at the end of the videos, and to be honest, it's more for me than it is you guys. I just want to be able to look back at that stuff in the future, and same for the girls when they get older. They can look back and watch those videos as well. Anyway, that's all I've got for this. So check out the geocaching, and if you're not gonna watch it, well, I'll just go ahead and tell you now. I appreciate you watching this part of the video, and as always, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Hey everybody, so this is a little bit of after the video, just extra footage. It is a gorgeous day. I honestly can't remember what day it is. It's my normal off day, but Chelsea and I haven't been into work because of COVID related stuff. All I know, it's our normal off days. It is a gorgeous day. It's January. We're gonna take advantage of it. We're gonna go do a little geocaching, head out to the Hoosier National Forest. Hey, are you ready to go? You got your snacks there? Okay, what you got there? What is that anyway? Now on your other hand, what's in your other hand?
The lunch.
Your lunch? What you got in your lunch?
A water bottle.
A water bottle? What else is in your lunch?
Oranges and apples.
All right. Lily's ready.
Okay.
Mama's ready. Rocking the Logger Wade hat?
No,
Ready? Awesome. So this is pretty much, this trail here is our property. Here's your National Forest. There's the advantage of living next to the forest.
there's hard on there. Oh, I did.
They're not oysters. Hey, that's a sticker bush. You tried. like the dead end of an oyster mushroom, you know it?
Yeah, they do.
There's a bunch of little ones all the way down. Dinosaurs.
Look, there's a moon meadow.
Oh, it's in the tree.
So we bushwhacked our way through
Oh,
the forest from our property. I don't know if you can see, but the river is right through there. You can also see the river just on that side of the ridge through there. And then you can see all the ridge lines through here. And then this is Mogan Ridge, the main trail for Mogan Ridge. What'd you find, Lil?
A little bottle with a piece of paper in it.
Where'd you find it at? Show me.
Over here, over there.
Pretty good find. Alright.
It's like one of those things where you like sign your name and stuff, I think.
So,
Can you hold the pick, please?
Got it.
so we're here.
Yes. And we have to go over there.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you like
Found it
sign your
there.
name and then like the date or something.
Yeah, it's called a log.
We are
Someone was just here last
all the
week, it
way
looks like.
here. See there.
Very cool. Alright.
Can
Yeah.
you take it back one?
Where's the next one, Mama?
2 miles that way.
We're 2 miles down the trail. See if we can find it. What's the clue on that one? Eye level, that's the clue. We're looking for something eye level, 0.2 miles that way. It'll be fun.
Well, let's.
You got your onboard navigation
go.
system.
This is my GPS. It goes everywhere with me.
If you do find food next question.
All right, 0.2 miles, something at eye level. We have 4 different sets of eye levels.
Yeah, which they didn't specify.
Wow. What does it mean by eye level? For like a plant or a kid?
Probably zip tied to a tree. Like tied up to a tree.
All right, so we found the second one. You need Rice Krispies, me too. Cora's got the GPS, but we're gonna play a fun game. We can hear our rooster and we're just gonna follow Mango home. Full disclosure, we hike out here all the time, so we don't need the GPS or the rooster, but we're trying to teach the girls how to navigate stuff. You guys ready?
Yeah,
Let's go.
I'm doing it.
It does look like a slide. Looks like a really bumpy slide though. I don't think, I think you should come this way further first.
Oh, she looks a little bumpy.
It'd be fun. No, it's a pretty big drop off. You navigate this treacherous obstacle. Okay, all right then. Here's Cora. This might be the easiest way. Yeah. She just told you to be careful.
Me? Be careful.
You got it. Big, strong girl. Nice job.
Now a tree fell on top of a tree. That's cool. That is cool.
Where you going? Here. You got
It's a ride.
Just.
All right, now do me.
Oh, yeah, bud.
I'll get down by myself.
Yeah, I'll catch it. Watch out for it.
Don't drop me on that rock down there. That sharp one.
The sharp one? Oh,
Yeah, just do that little scoot.
See the ranger?
Yeah, go, 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 go.